Hi everyone. I want to share an amazing 2-night, 3-day trip I took with my family to Seoul, South Korea, from July 24th to 26th. It was an unforgettable experience filled with culture, history, food, and fun. My cousin helped guide us through the city, which made it even more special. On the first day, we started with a visit to the Blue House, the official presidential office of South Korea. The architecture and the sense of history there were incredible, and we learned a lot about the country's leadership. After that, we wandered through Bukchon Hanok Village, a charming area with traditional Korean houses called hanoks. Walking through those narrow streets felt like stepping back in time, with beautiful wooden buildings and a peaceful vibe despite being in the heart of a bustling city. The next day, we headed to Namsan Tower, one of Seoul's most iconic landmarks. The view from the top was breathtaking, with the entire city's skyline stretching out below us. We also spent time at Han River Park, where we relaxed by the water and enjoyed the lively atmosphere with locals biking and picnicking. Later, we explored the Hanzong Fortress Wall Trail, a historic path with stone walls that offered both a glimpse into Seoul's past and some great photo spots. We couldn't miss Gangnam, the vibrant, trendy district famous for its busy streets, bright lights, and modern vibe. Walking around Gangnam felt like being in the center of Seoul's energy, with shops, cafes, and so much to see. The food was a highlight of the trip. We ate at a famous spot for Namsan Donkutsu, a crispy, juicy pork cutlet that was absolutely delicious. We also enjoyed traditional Korean dishes like bulgogi, savory marinated beef, doenjang-guk, a hearty soybean paste soup, and kimchi jjigae, a spicy kimchi stew. Every meal was a burst of flavor, and sharing these dishes with my family made it even more memorable. My cousin, who knows Seoul well, was our guide and helped us navigate the city, making sure we didn't miss out on the best spots. His tips made the trip so smooth and enjoyable. On the last day, we wrapped up our Seoul adventure and hopped on a KTX train, South Korea's high-speed rail, to head to our next destination, Gyeongju. The train was super fast and comfortable, and it was exciting to continue our journey to explore more of Korea's history and culture. This trip to Seoul was a perfect mix of history, modern life, and incredible food. I can't wait to go back and explore even more of this amazing city. I'd like to share my amazing 1-night, 2-day trip to Gyeongju, South Korea, from July 26th to 27th, where I traveled with my family and met my grandparents from Busan for a special time together. Gyeongju, the ancient capital of the Silla dynasty, is like a living history museum. On our first day, we visited Cheonmokjeong, an ancient royal tomb, where we marveled at the history of Silla kings. That evening, we took a night tour of Donggung Palace and Wolji Pond, where the shimmering reflections of the palace under the moonlight were absolutely magical. We also strolled around Gyeongju, one of the oldest observatories in Asia, surrounded by beautiful fields. On the second day, we explored Bulguksa Temple and Seoguram Grotto, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Bulguksa's intricate architecture was stunning, and at Seoguram, we rang the bell and made wishes, which felt so meaningful. The serene atmosphere there was unforgettable. Food was a highlight. We dined at a 170-year-old traditional restaurant called Shagajip, savoring Gyeongju's authentic dishes, which were full of rich local flavors. Sharing this meal with my family and grandparents was so special. My grandparents from Busan joined us in Gyeongju, making the trip even more memorable as we bonded over these incredible sights. After Gyeongju, we drove to Busan, my father's hometown, to continue our journey. Gyeongju's blend of history, culture, and family moments made this trip truly unforgettable. I'm excited to share my incredible 4-night, 5-day trip to Busan, South Korea, from July 27th to 31st, where I made unforgettable memories with my family and relatives in this vibrant coastal city. Busan, South Korea's second-largest city, and a bustling port, is famous for its stunning beaches and lively atmosphere. We stayed at charming guest houses in Gwangali and Songjung Beach, both with breathtaking ocean views. The locations were perfect, offering easy access for relaxing beach walks. The guest houses were beautiful, with a cozy vibe that made our stay so special. We spent a lot of time exploring Busan's iconic beaches. Gwangali, known as the Street of Youth, was full of energy with its trendy cafes and vibrant nightlife. Hondae, a hotspot for international tourists, had a lively buzz and gorgeous shoreline. At Songjung Beach, we joined our Busan relatives to enjoy surfing and soak in the laid-back coastal vibe. Building those memories with my family and cousins was truly heartwarming. One of the trip's highlights was cheering for Busan's baseball team, the Lot Giants, at a live game. My whole family got swept up in the excitement, rooting for Lot as they won 6-4. The electric atmosphere in the stadium, with fans chanting and waving, was an unforgettable experience and a fun way to connect with my relatives over a shared love for the game. Food was a big part of the trip, and Busan's fresh seafood was a standout. We enjoyed a variety of delicious dishes, like grilled shellfish and seafood stews, bursting with flavor. Unfortunately, I don't eat raw fish, so I missed out on sashimi, which was a bit of a bummer. Still, every meal we shared was a treat, and dining with my family made it even better. One challenge was that my Korean isn't fluent, so communicating with my relatives wasn't always easy. It made me realize I need to study Korean harder to connect more deeply next time. Despite the language barrier, their warmth and hospitality made the trip so meaningful. After an amazing time in Busan, we left with full hearts, cherishing the memories of beaches, baseball, and family bonding. This trip inspired me to keep exploring Korea's beauty and culture. I can't wait to visit again, hopefully with better Korean skills.